Hi, everybody, and welcome to my channel.
Hi, I'm Esti.
I'm a parenting coach, a children's author, and a bibliotherapist.
Have you ever noticed how a child's whole face lights up when you notice something they did well? That sparkle isn't just happiness, it's nourishment. It's a deep psychological need being met, the need for joyful recognition. And in our series on the 5 self-needs in children, inspired by Dr. Heinz Kohut, today we're going to explore the very first one, the child's need for joyful recognition. Specifically, we'll talk about the power of positive reinforcement, how to use it wisely, what pitfalls to avoid, and how it can shape your child's confidence for life. So let's jump to part 1, why joyful recognition matters. Every child comes into the world hungry for recognition. They don't just want to survive, they want to shine. They want to feel that their efforts matter to the people who matter most, their parents. Joyful recognition is not spoiling, it's not flattery. It's a deep emotional mirror that tells the child, I see you, I notice what you do, I value your choices. And here's the golden rule. Behavior that receives attention is the behavior that grows. If you highlight whining, you'll get more whining. If you highlight kindness, you'll get more kindness. Children naturally repeat what gets a strong reaction. So the question becomes, where will you place the spotlight? Now let's continue to part 2, positive reinforcement in action. Let's get practical. How do we actually reinforce in a healthy way? First, make it specific. Don't just say, good job. Say, you shared your toy with your sister, that was thoughtful. Don't just say, you're amazing. Say, you worked hard on that homework and you didn't give up. Specific praise is believable. It ties directly to the child's action. And because it's real, the child can internalize it. Second, celebrate the small things. Sometimes we wait for big milestones, straight A's, winning the game, a perfect report card. But the small daily victories matter even more. Wow, you hung up your coat without being asked. I love how you waited patiently in line. You helped clear the table. Thank you. These small recognitions accumulate. They build a sense of capability that grows stronger day by day. And third, make it joyful. Joyful recognition should feel like celebration. Smile, clap, call grandma and tell her about it. Make your child feel that their good choices bring joy to the family. When you attach drama and excitement to positive behavior, children are motivated to repeat it. Now, you can ask yourself, what about negative behavior? If I only recognize the positive, does that mean I ignore the negative? Well, sometimes this is the exact way to eliminate the negative behavior. But sometimes still, we have to set boundaries. Boundaries are essential. But here's the difference. With negative behavior, you set clear limits without drama. No shouting, no big scene. Just calm, steady boundaries. Save the drama for the behaviors you want to see more of. When your child is disrespectful, you say firmly, that's not acceptable. Here's the consequence. Now let's proceed to part 3, which is recognize actions, not personality. This is one of the most important distinctions. Give joyful recognition to the behavior, not the child's identity. Why? Because labeling a child creates pressure. When you say you're so generous, the child may feel a heavy responsibility to always be generous. And if one day they don't feel like sharing, they might rebel against the label. When you say you're such a hard worker, the child may feel trapped. Inside, they may not believe it. They may feel like a fraud, and the dissonance can lead them to sabotage the label. But when you focus on behavior, it's freeing. You shared your snack. That was kind. You finished your homework. That was diligent. This is real. It matches what the child knows they did. And because it's real, it sticks. So here's the rule. Offer joyful recognition for the deed, not the title. Praise the action, not the identity. Let's bring this to life. Scenario 1. Your son gives up the last cookie so his sister can have it. You say, "That was generous of you. Thank you for thinking of her." Scenario 2. Your daughter spends half an hour on her math worksheet even though it was hard. You say, "You really kept trying. That shows persistence." Scenario 3. Your child greets a neighbor politely. You say, "I noticed how respectfully you spoke. That made me proud." Notice what all these examples have in common. They highlight behavior. They are specific. They are believable. And because they're believable, they shape the child's self-image in a healthy way. Now I want to say a word about struggling children. Let's prepare for the next step in our journey. Because you may be asking, what about children who struggle? What about the child for whom every homework assignment feels like climbing a mountain? What about the child who takes longer to master skills that others do easily? If we celebrate small victories, won't they feel patronized? Won't they feel less capable when we cheer for something that seems minor compared to their peers? This is a very important question. And the truth is, children who struggle often need joyful recognition the most because their wins are hard-earned, because their effort requires courage, because their self-esteem can be fragile. But how we give that recognition matters. And that's exactly what we'll explore in our next video. So make sure you subscribe and follow because we'll talk about how to celebrate the victories of children who struggle in ways that empower them instead of making them feel small. So let's recap today. Children need joyful recognition, not flattery, not labels, real recognition. Behavior that is reinforced grows stronger. So we keep boundaries firm but calm for negative behavior. And we save the energy, the joy, the celebration for the positive. We recognize actions, not personalities. We highlight choices, not titles. And in doing so, we meet one of the deepest self-needs a child carries, the need for joyful recognition. When you give your child this gift, you're not just shaping their behavior for today. You're building their confidence for a lifetime. If you'd like more tools to support your parenting journey, I created a free guide for you, How to Heal Children's Trauma Through Stories. Inside, you'll find practical, gentle strategies you can start using today. Because resilience doesn't happen by chance. It grows in the soil of recognition, empathy, and calm connection. The link is right below this video. Download it now. And let's raise children who shine brightly because they know they are seen, they are valued, and they are joyfully recognized. Meanwhile, and always, take care of yourself, take care of your kids, and see you in the next video.